Okay, thank you everyone for joining us or catching the replay. I know it's an evening, so hopefully um, this is a good time to do this. It's so nice to be doing these Zooms. I know we've been doing huddles and they're live and you can't tell, like you can tell when people hop on, but it's not as easy to see. So this little square has a yellow box around TJ, and I hope that it's not going to show David's picture the whole entire time we are talking, because it is on speaker and it says that TJ is the speaker and I don't know why. Sarah, you start talking and see if it will go around you.
Okay, hopefully it'll change.
There it goes. Okay, cool. As long as when you're talking, it's still on you, but that's okay. Because you're going to be talking. So I am just going to let you go ahead and, take over. I would love to hear everything about how you stay consistent, and not only in this business, but in your own life. I mean, you just completed 75 hard. That's a huge accomplishment.
Mhm.
I couldn't do it. And I know a lot of other people couldn't do it. And consistency, it takes heart, it takes dedication, and you are an expert at it. So I will let you tell us how you did it.
Okay. So, guys, the biggest thing for me when it comes to consistency is really just putting my mind to it, committing. If I set my mind to something, it's not giving up. And then remembering if I have a bad day, if I have an off day, say something didn't go as planned, tomorrow's a new day. And just because you have one day that doesn't go right, doesn't mean you throw in the towel. A good example, you have a rough day at work. Are you going to quit your job? Most people know, not unless that rough day is like extreme. If you have a rough day at home, are you going to get a divorce, leave your kids and move away? No, let's not be crazy. So it's the same thing with all of this. When I think about Thrive and I think about my Thrive business, I have actually polled quite a few people on this team before, and most of us didn't sign up at the first time we were asked or after the first post that we saw. It took time. You had to kind of look and really commit to that and be ready to invest. And I think, that applies to our life as a whole. Many of us on here, don't necessarily feel that we should pour into ourselves. That takes time. It's a learned behavior. And how often are you like, oh no, I can go spend $400 on the kids for Christmas, but I can't buy a new pair of running shoes, even though I need them because my shoes are hurting my feet. That's just reality. It's what we do. And so I think it's really important when you talk about this business that you think about that people are always watching you. And many of them may not say anything because they're not ready to invest in themselves. And that's where that continuing to show the other parts of your life really play into it. Because me showing that I'm playing with my kids and that I'm happier at work and I'm happier in my relationship, like it was easier for some people to wrap their head around investing that money in themselves. When it comes to Thrive, it's not just a small purchase. I mean, our 3 steps is $150. And yes, we know they can get it for free. But when they're making that first initial purchase, they're going, that's $150 on me. I can't do that. I can go spend $300 to buy my kids a new wardrobe that they may or may not need, but I can't spend $150 to make myself feel better. But if you're showing up and showing them all the other ways that could impact their life, maybe it's a little bit easier to wrap their head around that purchase. And Thrive is also a commitment. You're asking them to make a change. They're asking them to make a change to their routine, make a change to their life. Yes, we know how much it can do for them, but we have to continue to show them that. People are always watching. Some are watching for your consistency. Some are watching for you to fail, believe it or not. They're watching for you to fail, watching for you to stop so they can see, that doesn't work. That's not going to do anything for me. And the fact that you keep showing up every single day. I have one person in particular who has liked and commented on almost every post that I share. They watch every single story. They've asked me about Thrive 4 different times. 4 different times. They have reached out to me, not me following up with them. They have initiated the conversation 4 times. And every single time they make an excuse about why it's not the right time. And I let it go because I know one day it's going to be their day. But here's the thing. What if that's the day I don't show up? What if that's the day that I decide, you know what? I'm just not going to post my capsules this morning. I don't care. I've had a bad day. I've had a hard day, whatever it may be. I'm just not going to show up today. I've shown up for the past year and a half, but today I'm not going to show up. And today's the day that they're ready. Today's the day that they've had enough. Today's the day that they come home from work and they're tired and can't play with their kids. Or today's the day that the kids want to put up the Christmas tree and they just don't have it in them to do it. Today's the day that friends want them to go out to a holiday party and they'd rather sit at home on their couch. And guess what? I didn't show up today. Well, now what have I lost? It didn't hurt me to show up. I mean, I don't know anyone on this team who's not taking their Thrive Daily. If there's somebody, I don't know. So why not share it? All of us are out living our lives daily. Why not share it? Not sharing, saying you have to share every single detail and you have to share, things you don't want to, but sometimes even the hard things, those are the things that may resonate with that person who's out there watching. Those are the things that may be like, oh, well, yeah, that's me. I mean, I just saw Lacey's comment when I said, we'll spend how much on our kids, but we hate to invest in ourselves. She felt that. She knows that experience. She's been there. So sharing those hard things in your life may resonate with somebody else. Remember why you started. That's a big thing I remind myself. I actually, when I signed up, even though I signed up as a promoter, I flat out told my upline I have no intentions of promoting. Don't ask me. I'm not going to do it. Not happening. That's not why I started. I started because I needed the energy. I started because I wanted better control of my health. I started because I wanted to make changes in my life. And then because of how great I felt, I can't sit over here. I feel selfish if I'm sitting over here with this secret. I have to tell people. But then I also show them all those other things. I show them the mood support. I show them the energy that I have. I share that, hey, I'm getting up at 5 a.m, even when it's 20 degrees or 10 degrees outside, and I put my huggle on and my hat on and I complain about how cold I am. But I go do it anyway because I can. And those are the things that will draw people in. Those are the things that will have them show up. Samantha mentioned me doing 75 hard. Guys, it was hard. I went on 2 leadership retreats in that time frame where literally everyone around me was drinking and having snacks galore, and I'm trying to restrain myself. I got up on those retreats and worked out. Everybody's in bed in Arizona, and I'm out walking in a neighborhood I've never been in the pitch black. Because I committed to doing that, and I knew people were watching me. Again, for those same reasons. For the consistency, out of their curiosity, and to watch me fail. It's sad that people want to see it, but it's true. And I wasn't going to let them see that. They weren't going to see me fail. But I posted about it. I shared about it. And then I got comments to, how did you do that? How did you go on a retreat and drink your bubbly water while people were drinking champagne and other things? Because I made a commitment to do so, and I plan to stick to it. Did I want to throw in the towel? Yes. But I would have been so upset with myself if I did. Are you sharing your real life changes? For example, I shared a picture of me hopscotching with my kids. This picture got so many comments because I was sharing with them that I went from being that mom that couldn't survive the evening after work, that would come home and just drag through the day till I can put them to bed, which I hated because I already have to share them with their dad. So to lose any time to just go to bed, it was sad. It was very, very sad. And so I shared that this is how it used to be. And now here I am. I've worked all day. I've cooked dinner and I'm out playing hopscotch with the kids. Something that if you had told me a year ago I would be doing, I would have laughed at you. That post got so many likes and comments and reactions. Did it necessarily lead to, 12 new customers? No. But it shows that they're paying attention. It's piquing people's interests to say, oh, wait, what is she doing? How is she doing it? Another example, I had a picture from a while ago. It was 9 o'clock in the morning. We were out at breakfast. I had literally just gotten up and got ready to go out to breakfast. I have a shirt on that says, I need coffee. I'm pointing to my cup of coffee and I look exhausted. And I did a actually Samantha did it and sent it to me. Did a side by side of that picture. And then when I cut all my hair back off to the same haircut, and she put them side by side and sent it to me. So here's a picture at 9 in the morning and I look exhausted compared to a picture at 10 p.m. after I've got up at 5 and worked all day, gone and got my hair done in Dayton, drove back home, which for those of you that aren't from around where I am, that's a 45-minute drive to get my hair cut. Made dinner, done stuff around the house, and I look more awake than I did just getting out of bed. And again, it got so many reactions. It got so much attention because I was showing, hey, look, this is what this has truly done for me. Sometimes you have to show people, it's a funny time of year to bring that up because it's that seeing is believing. Guess what? They got to see it. They got to see it and they need to see you show up every single day. Sorry, Samantha, let me see. I'm on my phone, so the chat's like hidden. When I have a bad day and I don't feel like sharing something positive, those are usually the days that I will go to my batched posts. I do a lot of that where I will type posts ahead of time to have them ready, because then guess what? If it's a bad day, I don't have to come up with something positive. I've already got it ready to go. Or, if I don't have anything ready and it's just that bad of a day, I may be more quiet, but there are some things that are, sorry guys. There goes my tripod. I need a new one. This one is not. Sorry. Pardon the distractions. If I have a bad day, there are some things that are just absolute non-negotiables for me. One of which is something has to be on my stories, one of my 3 steps. Usually for me, it's my capsules. I'll throw in my DFT and my shake, or if I take a Plus Line product, I'll throw those out there occasionally. But my capsules are every single day. I don't have to say anything with them. Sometimes I just timestamp them. Sometimes, I just put the day of the week. Sometimes I just put a picture of them on there. That doesn't take me being positive, but it still has me showing up. Some days, that's when I'll go back to my pictures and look for memories or, something that will, again, I don't necessarily have to say a ton. I don't have to dive into how I'm feeling today, but it still has me showing up because that's what's going to matter. And sometimes depending on the day, I may just admit that it's not a good day. Doesn't mean that, I'm going to dwell on it. Doesn't mean that I'm going to show post after post of me being tired, because that goes against what we're trying to show here. But sometimes it's life and that's okay. I shared a post a week or so ago and it's Sheldon throwing the papers up in the air and made a comment that it's not even 10 a.m. and this is how I feel about work today. It was the truth right then in that moment. Like I literally wanted to throw everything off my desk because that's just how I felt. But again, I think that's something that people can relate to. They have those days. So it's okay to trickle that in there. If you're having a rough day, another thing I do is that's when I reach out. That's when I reach out to others in this group. I know many of you have heard this story before, but probably about a month and a half after I started my Thrive journey, I ended up with a text message in the middle of the night from a family member, which, mind you, this was on my birthday. So this is what I woke up to. It was a text message about this long, literally ripping my face off for being part of a network marketing company. And I sat on it by myself for about 3 hours on my birthday. Now I'm completely down in the dumps. This is not how I want to start my day. And, at this point, I'm about a month and a half in. So it's still that early thriving feeling where you feel like life is great. And so after about 3 hours, I remembered what somebody on this group had told me. And that was that you don't have to do this alone. You're not alone. If you're having a hard time, share it so we can work through it. And so I did. I sent this text in my upline chat. We talked about it, blocked the person, told them what I thought in a very polite manner, and I went on with my day. So, knowing that you're not alone is key. And if you need help with inspiration, if you need help with how to show up, if you need help with somebody to kind of pull you out of that funk, then reach out. There's so many here that are willing to do that. Why just sit in your own self sorrow, I guess, for lack of a better word. What else have I got? Another thing I do, Samantha, when I'm, lacking inspiration, is that's when I will go and, look at posts from some of my favorite leaders, or that's when I will go to the team page and pull a product spotlight that I can literally take, hey, here's what it is, and here's the product. That's a way to share it. That's when I'll go and find a positive quote or a positive image that maybe I need to hear myself off the internet and share it. Sometimes me showing up, even when it's a bad day, will help pull me out of that bad day. So I think that's all I got. Questions?
There was something that I did have to ask, and now I forget exactly what it was, and it's going to come to me in a second. But I love that you shared all of that, and it's so rewarding when you do show up. Just kind of like how if you were to go to the gym and you don't feel like going, or you go on your walk or whatever, and you wake up and you're like, I just don't feel like it. But once you show up, then you are like, oh, I'm glad I showed up today. I feel a lot better for doing that. And when you go to bed at night, you can rest knowing that you did your best and you did everything that you are supposed to do for the day. So, that was my question. So what is like your non-negotiables? Like, what are the things that you have to do every single day to be consistent with your business? What are you doing consistently that no matter what your mood is, no matter how you woke up, that you will do every single day?
I have at least one post every day. I shoot for more, but non-negotiable is at least one. My stories do not expire if I can help it. I always have one of my Thrive steps in my story and at least one story of something else in my life, not necessarily Thrive related. I always interact with my friends list. That's one thing I think many of you have heard me share, is that one way that I keep my newsfeed fresh is I go to my friends list and I will go through so many people and interact with their page and their post. And I keep a note just in my notepad on my phone of where I left off. And then tomorrow I will go back and I will sort my friends list again. And I will start with that next person under where I left off and keep going. And I'll do 10. I do that before I scroll at all. And for me, it's made a huge difference to make sure that I'm not seeing the same 10 to 15 people every day. So that's definitely a non-negotiable for me. And then my 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Some days it's a lot more than that. If I'm in a good mood and I'm feeling it, or there's, sales or promos going on, it may be a lot more than that. On my days where I'm not feeling it, the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 is the minimum. And it may take me all day to do it, but I'm not going to bed till it's done.
I love it. Thank you so much. I just love hearing what you have to say because, you are doing it. Like, you're not just showing up here talking about it. You're actually living it, and this is for real. So if anyone's watching this, whether it's now or the replay, and you're struggling with consistency, Sarah is your girl. Like, she is who you need to come to for advice or tips or tricks or whatever, because she's doing it. I know you're on your phone, so I'll read what these people are saying, especially because this is being recorded and the chat is not recorded. But Lacey said, you absolutely show up even on the days you don't want to. You just made me share a bad part of my day instead of showing the good. Sometimes I forget to not make my social media a highlight reel and to make it more real. And that is so true. Like, you have to be relatable, and nobody can relate to somebody who's happy all the time. Like, we're positive people naturally, but we also are humans and we have bad days. So I'm glad that she not only took away what you said, but used it already. And I'm sure she's already got comments on there, whatever she posted. So, and Sandra said, on the days that have been hard lately, I haven't posted, but maybe one post. Thank you for all of this. Yes. And I'm with you on that, Sarah. I have stuff already saved that I can post. And another great resource, you guys, is the Vibin' and Thriving customer page. Just go in there and share something from there onto your page. If somebody clicks it, it will take you to the customer page and they will see what we're doing in there. I don't know if you guys have tried this lately, but I just logged out of Facebook and went to the customer page as a stranger to see like what they see if they show up there. And it looks so pretty. Like, there's so much interaction in there, and like people who weren't really talking before, but now they're talking and they're posting and they're sharing their experience, and it's a great resource. So, aside from batching your content, like, just share what's already there. You don't have to recreate the wheel. Share somebody else's story and just be consistent. So every single day.
One question I will leave you all with, and that, I ask myself regularly, is what do you have to lose? Like I said, we're all using these products, whether you want this business to just be a side hustle that pays for your gas or that helps with Christmas, or you want this to be your full business. What do you have to lose? You're all promoters already, even if the goal is just to get your product for free. So you make a post. What do you have to lose? People will criticize, you will get trolls. I just had somebody on my Instagram earlier who, I don't know her. She's never liked anything, but she left a comment about, you guys need to know the truth about Thrive with some link that doesn't work. Delete her, block her, move on. Like, you can't let it stop you. What do you have to lose?
Yep. I love that. Thank you so much. I'm so happy we got this on a Zoom. So this was great, like alternative to a team huddle. So I appreciate you for showing up and for leading us. And I will let all of you guys go back to your families and have a good evening. So I will talk to you soon.
Bye, guys.
Thank you. Bye.